Coach, you had lots of guys play multiple positions on Saturday. How valuable was that experience to see them play multiple spots?
Yeah, it's extremely valuable for two reasons. One, it gives us an opportunity to evaluate guys. Look, if they're not a starter, they're going to have to be able to do multiple jobs, like play guard and tackle, center and guard. And then the other thing is it gives them an opportunity to show their best. Maybe he's a little bit better at this position than that. But we got to train him at, maybe something he's not as strong at. But at the same time, hey, we want him to show out and put his best foot forward.
Coach's Niang showed you enough to maybe believe that he could be okay, potential starting right tackle for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're a ways away from anointing anybody, but I would say that Lucas has definitely demonstrated, the physical abilities. He's everything we hope for in a draft pick there, a big, athletic guy that'll use his hands well in protection. He's off to a great start. I will say, we've got a lot of competition here in this group.
So with that being said, Coach, what do you want to see in Game 2? Do you want to just see a little bit of progress, or is there a bar that you've kind of held up for each of these guys this week?
Yeah, I'd say one thing we'd love to see is great compete and finish, establishing that physical presence that we want to be about on Sundays. And then the other thing is just consistency as a group, good communication, and just operate efficiently as a group.
Coach, I know you said don't read too much into anything, but I know Prince, number 70, got in there pretty early, got a chance to work maybe. What did you think about his performance and how he played, and how does he fit? How much versatility does he have?
We're talking about Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince, I was very pleased with his outing. I thought he stepped up, did a nice job in protection in particular, used his hands well, made the most of his opportunity.
Maybe I'm sure cuts every year are difficult, but the fact that you guys have layered on depth to what you had over the past couple of years, do you feel like this is going to be a particularly difficult year to decide which group you're going to go with?
Yes, in terms of we've got a lot of depth, particularly at those inside center guard positions, and we've got a lot of guys that I think belong in this league, and I'm not sure how many of them are going to be able to make this team. So there's great competition there. That's a good problem to have, though.
Going back to when you were saying you're still a ways from anointing a starter, but the Chiefs potentially could have 3 rookies potentially starting this season. What are some of the unique challenges that come with preparing for 3 rookies who might start?
Surprisingly, I would say it's not much different than preparing any new player to the system. If they've got the physical abilities, like how quickly can they learn to speak our language, make good football decisions when you get an unscouted look. And so that's one of the great things about practicing against our defense. We really get presented a lot of different things, which helps, the learning curve. It amps that thing up, speeds it up for these guys.
Coach, how difficult is it to evaluate Larry and Kyle Long, who haven't played for a while, and you're not getting a chance to see them out here when it does come down to that cut down time? How do you go about seeing where they fit in when you haven't had a chance to see them play ball for over a year?
Yeah, that's right. It's difficult to project, but I would say this, being veteran players who have played a lot of football, I'm sure as a group, have a good idea about what we would get out of those guys and what sort of value they'd bring to a team. As we know, in a long season, it's going to take all hands on deck. And so having, depth, whether it's from a young guy or from one of those veteran guys, it's going to be valuable to us.
Coach, are you ready to break camp? Are you ready to break camp?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we break camp tomorrow. I'm ready to get back to Arrowhead and get to work.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.